Good evening, children.
Good evening.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, children.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening. Children, you can see 19 questions on your screen. Just note down the question numbers. I want you to try these first. Please make a note of the question numbers. Question number 1. Question number 4. Please work the questions which I'm mentioning first. So question number 1, question number 4, question number 5, 6, 8, 9, 12, 13, 16 and 18. (16 and 18). So in all you have 10 questions. 1, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 12, 13, 16, 18. Yes, children, get started. Please write down the question and then work the answer.
Ma'am, write all questions first and do the answers, or one by one?
One by one. Yeah, one by one. One by one. Yes, what are the two numbers? Yes, children, you must have finished the first one by now.
Is it minus 40 and minus 60?
Minus 40 and
Minus 60.
just check if your answer works for the conditions given in the question.
Ma'am, is it 8 and 12?
Who is this, Parkavi?
Ma'am, Priya, ma'am.
Oh, Priya.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me your equations, Priya. Yeah, your answer is right.
Ma'am, 1 second, ma'am.
Ma'am, even
First
I got it.
equation is 3x minus 2y equal to 0.
No, how did you get that equation? Let the numbers be x and y, and then?
Yes, ma'am. Then x by y equal to 2 by 3.
X by y is equal to 2 by 3 because the ratio is 2:3. So x by y is equal to 2 by 3. All right, then?
Yes, ma'am. Then 3x equal to 2y, then 3x minus 2y equal to 0.
Okay, so 3x minus 2y is equal to 0 is the first equation. Okay, the
Yes,
next one?
X minus 2 divided by y by 8, y minus 8 equal to 3 by 2.
Okay, why? Because when 2 is subtracted from?
Yes, ma'am. 2 is subtracted from first number x. Then 8 is subtracted from second number 8, ma'am.
Okay, so we have x minus 2 and y minus 8.
Yes,
Now
8.
the ratio is?
Reciprocal,
Reciprocal.
ma'am.
Yeah, so x minus 2,
Reciprocal.
y minus 8 is equal to 3 by 2.
2 by 2.
So when you work
Yes,
that, what's
ma'am.
the second equation?
2x minus 3y equal to minus 20, ma'am.
Perfect. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you, Priya. Correct. So on solving these two equations, the numbers are 8 and 12.
Ma'am, did the photo come which I shared to you?
No, I didn't check. Just a minute. Yes, I think that was Shakti who said minus 40 and minus 60. So the ratio, yeah, minus 40 and minus 60, the ratio between these two numbers is 2:3. But it does not satisfy the other, condition in the question. When 2 is subtracted from, so when you subtract 2 from minus 40 minus 2 is minus 42. And minus 60 minus 8 is minus 68. Now the ratio of these two numbers must be 3 by 2. That condition is not satisfied. So minus 40 and minus 60 cannot be the two numbers. Once you get the numbers, you can check with the information given in the question. So minus 40, minus 60 incorrect. 8 and 12 are the correct answers. 8 and 12 are the numbers. Yes, I've got the picture from Shabari and Arnav.
Yes, ma'am, I got the correct answer.
All right. Yes, Shabari and Arnav. Arnav, you'll have to find the two numbers. You got x is 4. So the numbers are 2 into 4 and 3 into 4. Correct, Arnav and Shabari, your answers are right. Your steps are correct. Do the fourth one. Yes, what's the answer for the fourth one?
I'm about to finish.
Yes. Please ask me. Yes.
I was saying I was about to finish.
Oh, okay. I heard a doubt. Okay. WhatsApp class, yes.
Daughter's age is 14.
Daughter's age is 14. Yes, daughter's age is 14 and the mother's age?
I'm finding.
Yeah,
44, ma'am.
44.
Yes,
Very-
ma'am.
Yes. Daughter's age is 14 years and the mother's age is, the daughter's present age is 14 years and the mother's present age is 44 years. We'll see the answers, the complete working, after the fifth one. We'll see the answers for 1, 4, and 5 after we finish the fifth one. Please try the fifth one.
Ma'am, the age of the man is 40.
40. Age of the man,
Yes.
40. Yes. The man's age is 40 years. Anybody else got it? Okay, let's see the answers. So here, I'm just showing the equations. So here, the first one, the numbers are x and y. The ratio is 2:3. You can even solve it using one variable x. You can also solve it using one variable x. You can use two variables x and y. So here it is using two variables x and y. So when the numbers are x and y, the ratio is 2:3. So x by y is equal to 2/3 is the first equation. Then you cross multiply and then bring the equation in this form. The second equation is when 2 is subtracted from x and 8 is subtracted from y, the ratio becomes a reciprocal. That is 2/3 is 3/2. When you subtract, when you subtract 2 from the first number and 8 from the second number, the ratio becomes a reciprocal, 3/2. On cross multiplying another equation, solve the equations to find the values of x and y. Yeah. Can we see it here, children?
Yes.
Mother's percentage x years, daughter's percentage y years. 4 years ago. So mother's age 4 years ago, percentage -4. Daughter's age 4 years ago, percentage -4. So we have assumed their present ages to be x and y. Their ages 4 years ago would have been x -4 and y -4. Now what is given 4 years ago? So 4 years ago. So when you read this, you have to assume their present ages and then their ages 4 years ago. Now what is the condition? A mother was 4 years ago. A mother was 4 times as old as a daughter. So mother's age is equal to 4 times, meaning 4 into the daughter's age at that time. So 4 years ago, mother's age was, I've told you is, was, is, was, will be, all that means equal to. Mother's age was 4 times, 4 into daughter's age. So mother's age, x -4, daughter's age, y -4, 4 into y -4 is equal to x -4. So from that you get an equation. 6 years later, meaning let's find their ages 6 years later. Percentage x, mother, percentage y, daughter. 6 years later, x plus 6, y plus 6. So it's given that 6 years later, the mother will be 2.5 times as old as the daughter at that time. So mother's age is equal to 2.5 into daughter's age. 2.5 times, meaning 2.5 into as old as a daughter at that time. So mother's age 6 years later, mother's age is equal to 2.5 times, meaning 2.5 into daughter's age. Now substitute x plus 6 is equal to 5/2 into y plus 6. X plus 6 is equal to 5/2 into y plus 6. So from that we get another equation. Solve these two equations to find the values of x and y. See right on top. You can see it here. You can see it here. You cross multiply, get the other equation and solve the two equations to find the values of x and y. So mother's age 44, daughter's age 14. I'll just show you the slide, children, in case you want to make a note of the equations. I'm not sharing the material. Yes, if you want to make a note of something, please write down.
Next slide.
Yeah. All right. So here, the next one, the age of a man. Ignore the question number, children. I just picked questions randomly. Ignore the question number. So this is the third one in your book. We worked the first question, then the fourth one, the fifth one. So this is the fifth one. It's the third in your book. Don't get confused. Just see the question. Don't mind the question number, which is seen on your screen. To see the question. The age of a man is twice the sum of the ages of his two children. The age of a man is twice the sum of the ages of his two children. After 20 years, his age will be equal to the sum of the ages of his children at that time. After 20 years, his age will be equal to the sum of the ages of his children at that time. Find the present age of the man. You can see that in the question you're asked to find only the present age of the man, not the present age of the two children, which cannot be found also. With the given information, it is not possible to find the age of the two children. If they are twin children, yes, you can. Otherwise, no, but nothing is mentioned about that. So you cannot find the ages of the two children with the given information. And you can see it in the question here. Find the present age of the man. Find only the present age of the man. Which means you don't have to find the present. You don't have to find the present age or the present ages of the two children. The question is to only find the present age of the man. Find the present age of the man. Then what about the present ages of the children? That you don't have to find. So what you can do is you can assume the present age of the man as X and the sum of the present ages of the two children as Y. That is, don't assume the age of one child, one child as Y and the other one as Z. Don't assume the age of one child as Y and the other as Z. Don't do that. Let the sum of the ages. You don't have to find their individual ages. So there are two children. Let the sum of their ages be Y. Let the sum of the ages. That is one child's age plus the other child's age. Let the sum of the ages. They are not twins because not given in the question. So whatever be their ages, the sum, let the sum be Y. Let their sum be Y. That's the assumption. So let the present age of the man be X years and the sum of the present ages, the total of the present ages of the two children, the sum of the present ages. We have not assumed the ages of the two children separately. Let the sum of the ages of the two children be Y. Now what is given? Man's age is twice the sum of the ages of the two children. That is X is equal to 2Y. X is equal to 2Y. According to the question, X is equal to 2Y because here man is twice, two times the sum of the ages of his two children. So X is equal to 2Y. Now after 20 years, what will be the man's age after 20 years, children? What will be the man's age after 20 years? How much?
X plus 20.
X plus 20. The man's age after 20 years, he'll be X plus 20. What will be the sum of the ages of the two children after 20 years?
2y plus 20.
Yeah, I'm listening to your answers. I just want more answers. Yes. I heard 2y plus 20. Then, yes, tell me, children. Children, see, maybe I can make out that Some of us are trying to answer, but I'm not able to hear your voices. I am responding to everyone's voice which is audible to me. No one is ignored in this classroom. If I can hear somebody saying something, yes, I am responding. But I can see that quite often there are children who are trying to speak on, but I am not able to hear their voice. So please don't mistake me. If you are audible, you are acknowledged. If you're not audible, please excuse me. And I know that you do not know that you're not audible to me. Okay. All right, children.
X plus 20 equals y plus 20, ma'am.
No, I don't go ahead of my question. Please answer the question. What will be the sum of the ages of the two children after 20 years?
Y
2y
plus
plus
2y plus 20. No, somebody said 2y plus 20. Who is that?
Yes, ma'am. Me only. Shakti.
Shakti, 2y plus 20. Shakti, what makes you feel 2y plus 20? Who is 2y? What
The
is
sum
2y?
of the children?
Sum of the ages of the two children is y. Now the sum of their ages is y. Why are you taking 2y?
Okay.
No, that is C. 2y is that this 2y is according to this condition we have framed that equation. X is equal to 2y. The man's present age is x years. And the sum of the present ages of the two children is y years. According to this information, man is twice the sum of the ages of the two children. So man's age x is 2 times y. 2 times the sum of the ages of the two children, so 2y. So x is equal to 2y is from this information. Shakti, what is the man's present age?
X, ma'am.
So what will be his age after 20 years?
X plus 20.
Okay. What is the sum of the ages of the two children now?
2y.
No, from where are you getting 2y?
I'm sorry, ma'am. Y, ma'am.
Yeah, the sum of what is the sum? See, there are two children. We have not assumed their individual ages. Whatever be their individual ages, the sum of their ages is y. The sum of their ages is y. With the information in the question, we cannot find their individual ages. We cannot find the individual ages of the two children. Their sum is y. Okay, Shakti. So we'll start from there. The sum of the ages of the two children is y. That is one child's age plus the other child's age. Together it is y.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, okay. Now supposing one child is 13 years old and the other is 7. One is 13 years old and the other is 7 years old. Are we getting me? One child says 13 years old, the other is 7 years old. What is the sum of their ages?
20.
20. Now what will be their sum? What will be the sum of their ages after 20 years? Tell me.
14.
Think again. Now in our example, we have two children. Their ages being 13 years and 7 years. 13 and 7. Now the sum of their present ages is 20. 13 plus 7, 20.
Yes, ma'am.
What will be the sum of their ages after 20 years? Use the exam 13 and 7 and tell me. After 20 years, what will be the sum of their ages?
33 and 27.
33 and 27. What is the sum now? What is the sum of their ages then?
16.
But what did we first think? 40, right? 20 plus 20,
Yes.
40, correct? So
Yes,
what we need to realize is in 13 plus 7, 20, there are two children. Each of their ages will increase by 20 years. Each of their ages will increase by 20 years. So 13 plus 7, 20. After 20 years, the sum of their ages will be, to this 20, you should add 22 times because there are 2 children there. 13 plus 20, 7 plus 20. That means to the total 20, you should add 22 times because each of their ages will increase by 20 years. After 20 years, each child's age will increase by 20. So applying that here, the sum of the ages is y. After 20 years, there are 2 children. Y plus 20 plus 20. The sum will increase by 40.
Okay.
The sum will increase by 40. Now, supposing there are 3 children. Supposing y is the sum of the ages of 3 children, say. Okay, y is the sum of the ages of 3 children. What will be the sum of their ages after 5 years?
Y plus 16.
After 5 years.
Y plus 100.
No, 5 years. After 5 years, there are 3 children. The sum of their ages is y. What will be the sum of their ages after 5 years?
Y plus 45.
Each one's age will increase by how much? Each one's age will increase by how much?
5, ma'am.
5. How many children are there? 3 children.
15, ma'am.
So we should add 15. The sum will increase by 15. After 5 years, each one will become 5 years older. So plus 5, plus 5, plus 5. Y plus 15.
Yes, ma'am.
Now supposing there are 4 children. The sum of the ages of 4 children. The sum of the ages of 4 children is y. 4 children. What will be the sum of their ages after 4 years?
16.
Only 16, huh?
1 minute.
So 16 is okay, but just 16?
Y plus 16.
Yeah, y plus 16. Because in y, there are 4 children. Each of their ages will increase by 4 years. There are 4 children in y. So plus 4, plus 4, plus 4, plus 4. Y plus 16. The sum of their ages after 4 years will be y plus 16. All right, children. So that's what it is. So the man's age after 20 years will be x plus 20. The sum of the ages of his 2 children will be after two children are there. So that they have done 2 into 20 here. You can see that 2 into 20. That is y plus 20 plus 20. There are 2 children there. Y is the sum of their present ages. 2 into 20 because there are 2 children there. So after 20 years, 2 into 20, 40, should add 40. Y plus 40 will be the sum of their ages. And according to the question, after 20 years, his age, that is the man's age, will be equal to the ages of his children. It will be equal. Man's age, the sum of the ages of the children will be equal. So that means x plus 20 will be equal to y plus 40. That's given to us. After 20 years, man's age is equal to the sum of his children's age. So x plus 20 is equal to y plus 40. So we get the other equation, and on solving the 2 equations, you have x is equal to 40. Please make a note of whatever you want. So since we don't have to find the, we cannot find, and it's not, so here also you see we have to find only the man's present age. So you don't have to assume if there are 4 children, you don't have to assume, like M and OP. You don't have to assume 4 variables there. It's enough if you call the sum of their ages with 1 variable. Percentage of man X years, sum of the percentages of 2 children, 3 children, 4 children, how many ever children. So sum of the percentages of 2, 3, 4, whatever be Y years. So if you're finding their ages after some 20 years, some of the ages after, sorry, if you're finding their ages after 20 years, and supposing in Y there are 3 children, in Y there are 3 children, you must add 23 times because each of their ages will increase by 20 years. So Y plus 20 plus 20 plus 20. Yeah, children, now make a note of the equations. You can complete it actually. Before you start the next question, complete all this. 1, 4 and 5 in case now we saw the answers. In case you were not able to work it correctly, please complete it. Please complete it and then start the next one. Please continue, children. We finished 1, 4 and 5. Now, yeah, I think it's the 6th one now. 6. Please work the 6th question. Please work the 6th question.
Ma'am, the 30 less appeared are they failures or passed?
No, 30 less appeared. That's all. Appeared. Total number of students who appeared for the exam. If 30 less had appeared. So from the students who appeared, some of them would have passed, some of them would have failed, or maybe all those 30 had passed. We don't know. Shall we do it together, children? Or I'll give you some more time to try.
Ma'am, 1 more minute.
Okay.
Ma'am, is it 150?
What is 150?
The total number of students appeared for examination.
Ma'am, 150, ma'am.
150 by Shreya. Then who else got 150?
Harshita, ma'am.
Harshita. Very good. Shreya and Harshita. All right. So let's answer some questions, children, so that all of us understand. I'm sure all of you have been trying. Okay. So let's start like this. Please write down as I'm saying, please write down. Now, the question talks about students who have passed and failed in an examination. So please write. So let the number of students who passed be X and failed be Y. Correct? Let the number of students who passed the examination be X and who could not make it be Y, who failed be Y. This is just a question. We'll not take it very seriously. It's just a question. So I don't want to use the words failed, but the question is forcing. So I have to. Are we ready, children? Let the number of students who passed be X and failed be Y. All right. Now, what's the first equation? Tell me. The ratio is 4:1. So what do we do?
X by Y is equal to 4 by 1.
Now, all of you complete that. Yes. X by Y is equal to 4 by 1. So on cross multiplying, what do you get? What's the equation you get?
X is equal to 4 by 5. 4y.
4y. X is equal to 4y or X minus 4y is equal to 0. Correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, if X passed and Y failed, how many attended the exam? See, when students attend the exam, they are given two results, either passed or failed. They are given two results. Only these two results are possible. Now, if 30 students attend an exam, 28 passed, 2 failed. So when you add the number of students who passed and failed, you'll get the total number of students who took up the exam. Because only these two are possible. If X students pass and Y students have failed, that means X plus Y students have written the exam. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so number of students who appeared the exam. Number of students who appeared in the exam is equal to X plus Y. Now I want answers from you. If passed is X and failed Y, then the number of students who took up the exam is equal to X plus Y. 28 passed, 2 failed. Then how many of them took up the exam? 28 plus 2, 30. Because everyone is given a result. Every student who appears for the exam is given a result, pass or fail. Okay, now moving ahead. Had 30 less appeared, that means what? How many actually appeared?
It will be A minus 30.
No, see, we are going with X and Y. Please tell me using X and Y. If 30
X
less
plus
appeared.
Y minus
X plus Y minus 30.
Yeah, because how many appeared? Correct. How many appeared? X plus Y appeared. 30 less appeared. X plus Y minus 30. See, children, I don't know if in schools they insist on taking running notes. It's enough if you have a book and a pencil with you. You can just note down what I'm saying and answer my questions very conveniently. Number of students, I am telling you orally. If you are just listening to me, I don't know if you can answer. Please write what I'm saying. Please write what I'm saying. We understood that the number of students who appeared is equal to X plus Y. Had 30 less appeared, that means X plus Y minus 30. Correct? X plus Y minus 30. And 20 less passed. How many passed? How many actually passed?
X is passed. X minus 20.
Yeah, 20 less passed means X minus 20. Now, you know how many appeared. X plus Y minus 30. How many passed? X minus 20. Now, when you subtract these two, you will get how many failed, right? How many appeared? In the second case, how many appeared? In the second case, how many appeared?
X plus Y minus 30, ma'am.
Okay, and how many passed?
X minus 20.
X minus 20 passed. Now the difference will give you the number of students who failed, right? Appeared minus passed will be the number of candidates who failed the examination. So now that ratio, the ratio of the passes to failures is equal to 5:1. You must subtract and find the number of students who failed. Then you should make the equation. Number of students who passed by the number of students who failed is equal to 5:1, 5 by 1. So you can see it here. You can see it here. Passed X, failed Y. Ratio is 4:1. Cross multiply, you get this. In the next case, in the second case, x plus y appeared, 30 less appeared, so minus 30. And 20 less passed. Actually, x passed, 20 less passed, meaning x minus 20. So how do you find the candidates who failed? The total who appeared, x plus y minus 30, minus who passed. Total number of candidates minus the number of candidates passed. Total number of candidates who appeared the examination minus the number of candidates who passed the examination will give us the number of candidates who failed in the examination. So this one minus passed. When you work that, you get y minus 10. Just open the bracket and all that and work it, you get y minus 10. Now the ratio of the candidates who passed and failed is equal to 5:1. So how many passed? X minus 20. How many students passed the examination? X minus 20. How many failed? Y minus 10. This ratio is 5:1. This ratio is 5:1. So cross multiply, get the second equation, solve two equations to find the values of x and y. And yeah, you find the values of x and y, and then you need to find the number of students who appeared, right? So 120 plus 30, x plus y. Have a look, children. Make a note of whatever you want. Those who got this can move on to the next one. Next, we are working question number 8. I said ignore the question numbers here. Any questions, children? Please ask me. If you don't understand, please ask me. I'll do it again for you.
Ma'am, which is the 8th question, ma'am?
Yeah, that slide I have to show you. I'm just waiting. Oh yeah, I said the others can start, right? You need the question. Yeah. Please wait. Yeah, please wait. Any questions, children? Yeah, no answer. So
Here, ma'am.
okay. Yes, children. Yes, Srinivasan. Now you can see. I think we have to work this one, 8th one. Two articles A and B. Please work this. Two articles A and B are sold for. Do this. Class, use the emoji. Raise your hands. The 20 students have raised. 22. Okay, 2 others are not able to raise. That's good, children. Very good, children. Please continue. In 8 children. So I think you've assumed the CP of one article as X, 2 articles A and B. Okay, so CP of CP of article A is X and CP of article B is Y. Now answer this, children. What is the profit? What is the profit made on article A? The profit percentage is 5%. What is the profit in terms of rupees? CP of article A is equal to rupees X. Cost price of article A is rupees X. Okay. The profit percentage is 5%. Okay. What is the profit? What's the money? How much?
58.35.
The profit percentage is 5%. Using 5% profit and the CP as X, what will be the profit in terms of rupees? I don't want a numerical answer. You at this point, how can you get the numerical answer? I just want an expression in X.
5 by 100x.
100x.
Yeah, profit is 5% of the CP. How will we find the profit? Profit is 5% of the CP. 5% meaning 5 by 100, of meaning into. Of operator stands for multiplication in mathematics. Of meaning multiplication. 5%, 5 by 100, of into. So 5% of the cost price X. 5x by 100 is the profit. Cost price of article A, rupees X. Profit percent, 5%. Profit is equal to, the profit in terms of rupees is 5% of the CP. Of the CP. So 5 by 100 into X. 5x by 100. 5x by 100. So if the CP of article A is X, and the profit on article of the profit on selling article A is 5x by 100. What is the SP? How will you find the SP?
X plus 5x by 100.
Yeah, so what is SP? How do you find SP? CP? Cost price?
CP plus cost price plus profit percentage, ma'am.
Profit, not percentage. Profit. Profit in rupees. So cost price plus profit will give us the selling price. So X plus, yes, Priyadarshini, you're right. X plus 5x by 100 will be the selling price of article A. Like that, you should find the selling price of article B. The total selling price, if the 2 articles are sold for, we have taken up 2 different questions like this in the class. One is where only the profit portion is mentioned.
Ma'am, I got the answer, ma'am. Ma'am, ma'am, can you hear me?
Sorry, children, I didn't excuse myself. I had to just go out for something. Sorry, children. Yeah, I heard some of you talking. Some of you trying to communicate with me. Please come again.
Yes, ma'am, I found the answer, ma'am.
Priyadashini said you got the answer, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So, yes, tell me, what is the C?
Cost price of A is 600, ma'am.
Okay.
Cost price of B is 500.
Actually, I have the answer in the other order. A is 500 and B is 600. Anyways, let's see. Your numbers are correct. Let's see. I think we were just discussing this. The profit made on selling B is 7%. Profit percentage is 7%. So CP is Y. Profit is 7% of Y. So 7 by 100 into Y, 7Y by 100. So the selling price is Y plus 7Y by 100. Now the total of the two selling prices is equal to 1165. So similarly, you should make the equation for the second condition. I think when I went out, I gave you sufficient time to complete the answer. You should have done it. Let's see the answer now. On the same lines, you should have made the second equation. How many of you got 500 and 600?
Ma'am, Shreya.
Shreya, okay, you would have got two equations which can be solved using the special method, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, what are the two equations? Priyadashini and Shreya, what are the two equations?
Ma'am, 105x plus 107y is equal to 111. I mean,
105x plus 107 is equals to 1,16,700, ma'am.
Yeah, correct.
This equation is 107x plus 105y equals 1,16,500, ma'am.
Perfect. Yeah. I'm sure Shri also got the same thing. Just a minute. Yeah, here. I think I did my part, so you can just look at the working and understand better. The steps are very clear, just as we understood. Here, selling prices, cost price plus profit, 5% of rupees X. Cost price plus profit is the selling price. Take the LCM and simplify, you get this. On taking the LCM and simplifying, you get 21 by 20x. Similarly, we find the selling price of article B, and the total selling price is given to be 1167. This is the total selling price. So selling price of article A plus the selling price of article B. Okay, the Y is missing here. The Y is missing here. Y, printing mistake. Y is missing here. Okay, so the profit, the selling price of article A plus the selling price of article B is equal to 1167. It's not in a different way here, children. Ignore this. We need to do it by the special method. The two equations are solved in a different method here. You may ignore this. We know how to solve these two equations by the special method. You add the two equations, subtract the two equations. Yeah, you proceed solving the equations like that. Okay. So now, do you think your answers are exchanged, or I should look into this answer, children? Here it's written article A 500, article B 600. Priyadarshini?
Ma'am?
Yeah, do you feel your answer is right? Shreya, you also got article A 500?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am, for me also. No, ma'am, for me, like 600, ma'am.
No. Are you getting the answer mentioned here? No?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Let me just try. So what do we get when we add the two equations? Is it 212x plus, am I right, children? 212y
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
is equal to 1167 or 00 plus 556500 is equal to 233,200. What do you get on subtracting the two equations? Minus 2x plus 2y is equal to
200, ma'am.
200.
is equal to, I'm just looking, yeah, 200 is equal to 200. So when you simplify the first one on taking 212 common, 233. So it is x plus y. The first equation is x plus y is equal to 1100, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So the first equation is x plus y is equal to 1100 on taking 212 common. The second equation is minus 2x plus 2y is equal to 200.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So that makes minus x plus. Okay, so 2x and 2y. So let's multiply this.
Ma'am, but I got 2x minus 2y equals 200, ma'am.
What did you get?
2x minus 2y equals 100, ma'am.
On subtracting, we get 105x minus 107 is minus 2x, and then plus, on subtracting, you get plus 2y, right?
Yes. I got 2x minus 2y. Ma'am, I exchanged the equations, ma'am.
Okay, I'm getting the answer which is in the, no, children, see, you have to help me out. All of you worked it right. What do you get on adding the two equations, children? 2x plus 2y is equal, sorry, x plus y is equal to 1100.
1100, ma'am.
1100.
When you subtract the two equations, we get minus 2x.
X.
Minus
X
2x.
plus y equal to 100, ma'am.
Yeah, right. Minus 2x plus 2y is equal to 200. Or as somebody said, when you divide by 2 throughout, minus x plus y is equal to 100. Now, what do you get on solving these two equations? X plus y is equal to 1100 minus x plus y is equal to 100. So you get 2y is equal to 1200. Y is equal to 600. Correct? No.
Yes, ma'am.
What is here is right.
Yes, ma'am.
Y is 600 is correct. Y is 600 and x is 500 is right. Please check where you've gone wrong. So Priyadarshini, looks like you, yeah, some that plus minus error. That's all.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, please check this answer is right, children. 500, 600.
I exchanged the equations.
No, still you should get it,
Sir.
ma. Still you should get it. After the 8th one, which one? Children, please complete it. Please complete and then go ahead. I showed the complete steps. We discussed. You saw the steps. After the 8th one, it's the 9th one, children. 9. Try the 9th one. Oh, I think 9th was visible when I hope not. I think 9 also, we've done situations like this earlier. What about the 12th one, children? Let's try the 12th one. Do the 12th one now. After 8, do the 12th one. After 8, do this one. Do the 12th one. 90% acid solution and 97% acid solution are mixed to obtain 21 liters of 95% acid solution. How many liters of each solution are mixed? Children?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, you want more time or shall we discuss the answer?
Two more. Ma'am, we can discuss the answer, ma'am.
Okay. What's the answer you got?
Ma'am, I got answer in negative, ma'am.
Oh, okay. All right, children. So let's first understand the question. 90% acid solution and 97% acid solution are mixed to obtain 21 liters. See, there are two things here. One is the quantity, 21 liters, and the percentage of acid in 21 liters. The percentage of acid is 95% acid. So this 21 liters is 95% acid solution. See here, 90% acid solution means in the solution 90% is pure acid. See, it's given here in the bracket also. And 10%, it's 90% acid, meaning it's not a concentrated solution. Concentrated is one which is completely acid, no water. A concentrated solution, a concentrated acid solution. No, I don't think I can use the word solution if I say concentrated acid, so that your science teacher will help you better. So when I'm trying to say when it's concentrated, it means it's completely acid. When it's concentrated, it's completely acid. When it's dilute, then it's a mixture of acid and water. So here the solution has 90% acid. That means the remaining 10% is water. So here 97% acid, which means 97% pure acid and the remaining 3% water. So now there are two different solutions. One solution, see, you have lot of how much of 90% acid solution you have. You cannot find that. How much of 97% acid solution you have, that also cannot be found. How much of these must be mixed? How much of them should be mixed so that you get 21 liters of 95% acid solution? So the thing is, you have two kinds of solution. You have two kinds of solution. The first solution is 90% acid. The second one is 97% acid. See, the total quantity of these two solutions you have cannot be found, but how much of them should be mixed? So let X liters of this first solution and Y liters of the second solution be mixed to get this new solution, whose total capacity is 21 liters and which is 95% acid solution. So there are three different things here. One is 90% acid solution, the other is 97% acid solution, and the resultant, which is 95% acid solution. So we say let X liters of 90% acid solution be mixed with 97% with Y liters of 97% acid solution in order to obtain 21 liters of 95% acid solution. Somebody may repeat this. Let X liters, continue. Let X liters of let X liters of 90. Okay, let me tell you once again. Let's call the first one solution A and the second one solution B. Okay, let's call this 90% acid solution A. Let's call this 97% acid solution, solution B. So let X liters of solution A and Y liters of solution B, X liters of solution A and Y liters of solution B be mixed to get 21 liters. So that means X plus Y is 21. Because when you mix X liters with Y liters, you're getting 21 liters. That means X plus Y is equal to 21. The quantity, you're mixing X liters of A and Y liters of B. And when you mix, you're getting 21 liters. That means X plus Y is 21. Let X liters of A be mixed with Y liters of B. So you're taking X liters of A and you're taking Y liters of B. When you mix them, you're getting 21 liters. That means X plus Y is 21. And the percentage of acid is 95%. So what is the percentage of acid in X liters? 90 by X, 90 by 100 into X. What is the percentage of acid in X liters? 90 by 100 into X. What is the percentage of acid in Y liters? 97 by 100 into Y. What is the percentage of acid in the final solution? 95 by 100 into 21. That's the other equation. 90 by 100x plus 97 by 100y is equal to 95 by 100 into 21. Now I want one of you to repeat this. Yes. I don't want to
The
provide
90% acid solution is X liter, ma'am, and 97% acid solution is Y liter, ma'am.
Okay, so we are taking X liters of the first solution and Y liters of the second solution. So when you mix X liters and Y liters, how many liters are you getting?
21 liters.
21 liters.
So what is the equation from that? How do you
X plus Y is equal to 21.
X plus Y is equal to 21 because you're using X liters of the first solution and Y liters of the second solution to get 21 liters. So X plus Y is equal to 21. So the quantity for the quantity we have constructed the equation. Next we are constructing the equation for the percentage of acid. Using the percentages we are constructing the equation about the quantity of acid in it. How much of acid is in the first solution? Is in X liters? No, I didn't put my question correctly. No, I didn't put my question correctly. How much of acid is in X liters? How much of acid is in X liters?
90%.
90%. So how do you find that? How do you find the quantity of acid? 90 by 100
90 by 100 X.
Because
90 by 100x.
90% of X plus 97% of Y is equal to.
yeah, is equal to
95% of 21 liters.
95% of 21. Perfect. So the second equation is like this. So we have taken X liters of the first solution. We have taken X liters of the first solution. In X liters, there is acid and water. In X liters, there is acid and water. How much of acid is there? 90 by 100 into X. 90% of X. 90% of X. So 90 by 100 into X. In Y liters has both acid and water. How much acid? 97% of Y. So 97 by 100 into Y. When you add these two quantities of acid, that will be equal to the quantity of acid in the final solution. 95% of 21. So you can see it here. X liters of 90% acid solution contains, use our understanding, children. I don't know how it's presented here, but So this is the the quantity of acid alone in x liters. So that means in x liters, 9/10 is acid, 1/10 is water. In x liters, this is the quantity of acid. 9x by 100 liters. This is the quantity of acid in x liters. In x liters, 90% is acid. 90 by 100 into x is acid. In y liters, 97% is acid. So 97 by 100 into y. So much. So what's the total volume of acid? Total volume of acid is 9x by 100, whatever 9x by 10 plus 97y by 100. This is the total volume of acid. Ignore the working here, children. This will be equal to, just ignore this one. This will be equal to 95% of 21, 95 by 100 into 21. That's it. This one will be equal to whatever you see here. This is the total volume of acid. That will be equal to 95% of 21 liters. So 95 by 100 into 21. In fact, you don't simplify this 100 also. You can keep this as 90x by 100 and this one as 97y by 100 will be equal to 95 by 100 into 21. So you can cancel all the 100 in the denominator. You can cancel out all the hundreds in the denominator. I hope we understood. Please work and tell me the answer.
6 liters and 15 liters, ma'am.
Harshita, is it? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Yeah. Yes, Harshita. Yes, Harshita. Very good. 6 and 15. You can leave this with 90x by 100. 90x by 100. This one is 97y by 100. When you add both the quantity of acid, 90x by 100 plus 97 by y by 100 is equal to in 21 liters, 95% is acid. So 95 by 100 into 21. Okay, on working you get this one. So you have to take 6 liters of 90% acid solution and 15 liters of 97% acid solution, so that you get 15 plus 6, 21 liters. So that you get 15 plus 6, 21 liters of 95% acid solution. You can calculate also.
Manmeet, can you show the answer?
Sorry?
Manmeet, can you show the answer?
Yeah. It's here. I was telling you that this working you can ignore. I told you how to construct the equation. You can ignore this working. Just take it till here. Total volume of acid. Don't go beyond that. Total volume of acid. Don't go beyond that. Answer 6 and 15.
Ma'am,
Yes.
Whether we can start doing 13th question, ma'am.
Yes, darling, I'll show the question, right? Yeah, Shakti, is it over?
No, I got.
All right. Yes, Harshita. So after this is which one? After 12, yes, the 13th one, yes.